Mickey Talks.
I talk a lot. For those of you on Facebook, you can't hear the intro. If you're watching this on YouTube, Rumble, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Matt, we're at almost like 600 YouTube subscribers.
Remember, we need to get to 1,000. That's our goal.
Remember, we started with none?
Yeah.
It's
a beautiful thing.
In a month.
It's as far as YouTube goes, that's pretty fast, I would say.
I don't know, like, really. I mean, I don't know. I've been looking at numbers on YouTube, like, see what guys do. I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, most people, when they go to YouTube and form a new channel, they put up like 50 videos and they don't have any views on them.
Right.
That's the way it normally goes. So I'm ecstatic with the way it's going.
Well, I'm really happy. Mickey Talks, episode number 31. I got 31 marked on yesterday's too, but that's actually 30. We're going to talk about Natalie's Seafood Kitchen.
Yeah, we didn't post that one actually, but it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. But Mickey Talks brought to you by Barnes Paving, barnespaving.com. Give them a call, 443-243-3710. No job is too big or too small, from patches on residential driveways to full site work. They're incredible. Barnes Paving, that's BARNES paving.com, or give them a call, 443-243-3710, to get a free consultation right now. And make sure you mention Mickey Talks to get 10% off at Barnes Paving. So, Matt, yesterday we did our show. We hung out afterwards, saw a great singer.
Yeah, you know what? That guy was unbelievable.
He was really good.
None of us knew who he was. I can't even believe that. With all the connections we together have
I've never
with the
met him
music
before,
scene.
and he talked to it. He said to tell you hi. He's a big fan. He's followed both of us for a long time, and he was
okay.
Like,
I didn't get a chance to talk to him. I wanted to compliment the guy.
I waited for him to finish, and then I went up and talked to him, and I was like, "Hey, man, you're really good."
He was fantastic.
Yeah, I got to get his name.
And we're talking about Natalie's, of course.
Natalie's Seafood Kitchen in Falston.
Had their grand opening today, and they've got an outstanding, not only menu, but great entertainment coming up. And last night was a testament to that, of course.
Yeah, and I'm really amazed at how quickly they pulled that whole thing together. It's really impressive. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm looking them up.
Did you go to the grand opening today at noon?
I did stop by afterwards. Yeah. I didn't make the ribbon cutting ceremony.
I saw the announcement on Facebook, which is great. Those guys officially open right now.
Yeah.
I mean, last night I felt like I was sitting in the Bahamas or Florida or something, sitting out on that tiki deck.
Yeah, it's really awesome, man. It is really cool. I can't find it this second. But
Am I sounding crackly to you, by the way?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It may be I don't know. Took equipment out yesterday to go do it live, so it's a bit hot. Let me try to bring it down, everybody down a little bit, and I'll just turn our headphones up. Maybe won't be quite as brash.
Let me see. Yeah, that sounds a lot better, actually.
Yeah, it does. I think we were just all a little hot. Yeah. And let me turn these down a little bit. Yeah, I think we're all right now, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I think it's much better.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. A lot going on if you haven't been paying attention. The show's growing fast. We got some great guests on the horizon that we just can't believe. The queen of rock and roll, Sarah Flesher, is going to be on the show in a week or two. Marty Bass, Channel 13.
Just got that call today.
Jamie Costello, just retired.
Yeah.
From TV all those years. Great Baltimore iconic TV guy.
I'm excited about tomorrow. It's hypnotist Flip Orley joining us.
And that's what I was going to end with. Tomorrow on the show, Flip Orley, one of the best comedic hypnotists in the country.
Yeah.
Does huge comedy clubs and theaters and just a great act. I can't wait to see him. It's been a while since I've ran into him. And just a great dude.
Great, best show out there, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Our guest today has been on before, one of the early shows. It is my son. It is Mikey. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. Thanks for coming down again.
Yeah, good to be here.
Now, I know you don't really watch the show that much or listen, and I get it. I know you don't. But you were saying earlier, like, you were surprised. You didn't even know, like, all the platforms we were on and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know you were on Spotify, Podbean.
He goes, you're on Spotify? Oh, I can listen now. Like, if I wasn't on Spotify, I wasn't cool. He wouldn't listen.
Well, our biggest platforms right now, Apple, followed by Google Chrome, and then people listening on Spotify is
you're talking about the audio feed.
The audio feed, yeah, not the video.
Hey, I want to thank Vance from Sheffield.
Oh, yes.
Made a nice donation today to us. It just wanted to wish us both luck and encouragement.
He supported both of us through
For
everything we've
30
ever done.
years. That guy has been Vance from
Thank you,
Sheffield.
Vance.
Vance
Much
is the
appreciated.
best.
Yeah.
I want to thank him and his wonderful family. So thank you to Vance. If you guys would like to donate, we're a lot of stuff we've been doing, man. This thing is growing and we need help. So thank you to everyone who has. It's amazing when they do. You can go to Michael Cachella. I think it's in the comments section. And you can you could just sit there and be nice and tip us.
Helps us with random equipment that we figure out we need halfway through a show.
Yeah, because
Or when we go out to Natalie's and figure out we need cables and whatever else we need out there, right?
Yeah, but you know what's really cool to me? It's like I'm loving it right now because I'm learning like all the technical stuff as we do it. You know what I mean?
Trial by fire.
Hey, by the way, my buddy Sam Oridi is in the chat room, right?
Yeah.
He produced my sitcom pilot in LA, and he just read me and he said, in Beijing, you have a huge Gen Z audience instead of Gen Z. That's hilarious. Sam, he said he's 12% of my current audience, so I appreciate him being in. He'll see it grow, though, as it always does every day.
Of course.
I want to thank everybody who's been watching and how it's been going. Thank you so much. If you do want to donate, Venmo, please. It's right in the comments section. It's the top one. Please feel free. We would love it. Mikey. Now,
Yes, sir.
I call him Bub, so I may call him Bub a bunch during the show.
Right.
Feel free.
Yeah, but so let me ask you. Last night we were talking with Matt after the podcast. We were hanging out, and you were there, and movies came up, and we started talking about mob movies.
Yeah.
And you and I were both blown away that Matt, Mr. Mob Movie himself. Now, you love mob movies, right?
I love mob movies. I've read a ton of books about the mafia.
You're like
I'm fascinated
into the
by
mob.
it.
Yeah. You and my brother Chip would love to hang out.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like it too. I don't think I'm quite as deep as you, but we were both, Mikey and I, blown away that you never saw The Departed.
Not only did I not see The Departed, I'm embarrassed to say that it wasn't even on my radar that the movie existed.
Yeah, that's nuts to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's,
wild.
in my opinion, one of the best.
Oh, it's
That's
an
what
unbelievable
You guys
movie.
were saying last night. So where do you rank it with like Goodfellas? Where is it in Goodfellas and
To
movies
me,
like that?
I'll say first, Bob, they make it easier for you. To me, Goodfellas is the best action mob movie ever made. The Godfather's, in my opinion, a top 3 movie ever made. But like, if you look at mob movies, it's different than a mob movie. So mob movies, it goes Goodfellas, I think, then Casino,
right?
and then I'll put The
Basically
Departed.
the same movie, right?
Yeah.
Goodfellas and Casino.
It's a little different,
It is, but
yeah,
yeah.
same cats,
Right,
you know.
right.
Then I would put The Departed third. I would.
Wow. Okay, so
You got that same order, Bub?
No.
What do you got?
I got Goodfellas at 1,
Yeah.
then The Departed, and then I got The Godfather Part 2.
Oh, Jesus, that is a great movie.
yeah.
Oh my God, Bub.
I gotta
you
say,
might-
I mean, the cast in it is unbelievable too, right? You were telling me
The
last
Departed?
night. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Alec Baldwin, Mark Wahlberg. I don't need to keep talking.
It's
do I?
massive.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. I gotta go. I have to see it.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna go
It's
home and watch
awesome.
it tonight.
It
Yeah.
should
You
be
know?
on Netflix. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no, you'll find it, no problem.
Yeah.
But you know, another great movie that and Bub and I were talking was Kill the Irishman.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
it's about Danny Green. For those of you that don't know, very, very true story, by the way. He was Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Yeah. What Cleveland? Yeah.
Cleveland. He was a real tough mobster and Irish guy though.
Yeah.
And kind of took on the Italian mob up there. And I mean, this dude was like street fighting man. He walked into Italian bars, yanked guys out of them, pulled them out front, beat the crap out of them, and left. Like he was not intimidated, didn't care. It's a great movie.
You know what you guys didn't bring up last night?
What's that?
What's the Johnny Depp movie? It's a true
Black
story.
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco.
see,
Oh
no,
man.
No, you can't. There's not even a C. That one's just as good as all of
It's
Yeah,
them.
Donnie-
unbelievable.
Yeah. And
It's
you know,
so good.
to me, it's the most honest of all the mob
Yeah.
movies. It
Yeah.
portrays
They're
them.
bums.
Well,
They were-
it's a true story.
Yeah. And most of those guys are glorified in the movies.
Right.
Most of them were kind of like borderline idiots as far as like men. Some were brilliant, like the guys that worked their way up, but the average mob guy,
Yeah.
you know,
They
just
were
a soldier,
soldiers. Yeah.
they were dumb as a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Al Pacino's classic in that movie.
I mean,
though.
look how dumb that guy is in that movie.
Yeah.
He's not a smart guy.
Right.
You know, I think doesn't Johnny Depp's character even comment on that in the movie? Like,
Well, he asked Johnny Depp's character for money every like
yeah,
50 minutes in the
yeah.
movie, and my favorite scene is the boss that's like only shown in like 2 scenes
Yeah.
in the movie comes up and goes up to Al Pacino's character and like rags on him for like not making a payment, and then walks away. And Al Pacino looks at Johnny Depp and goes, "I just shit my fucking pants." Like, that's honest. Like, they weren't close with the boss.
That's
they weren't
really
friends
funny.
with the boss.
That is really
I don't
funny.
know how you knew
Yeah.
that ring was a fugazi.
yeah, that's good. That's a good Pacino.
How'd you know that? How did you know? I love him, man. Pacino.
Yeah.
I like
awesome
him.
in that movie.
I like him the older he gets because he just gets weirder and weirder. Like, you ever see him on talk shows anymore? I like when people tell stories about him.
Yeah.
And like Jay Moore has incredible stories about Pacino. I think it's Jay Moore that talks about the Moonlight Walk. Have you ever heard about that one?
I don't think so.
It's either Jay Moore. I think it's Jay Moore. I could be wrong. There's another guy. No, it's the guy that was in. It's Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
I think it's one of those two. And he goes, you know, we shot a scene in L.A. and then they called cut and done for the day. And Al Pacino said to me, "Let's take a walk. You want to take a walk?" So I'm like, yeah. So I might screw the story up, but it's hilarious. He goes, we walk down and Al talks about everything. He's like, he'll just talk about anything. He goes, then we're walking and we're like, we cross the street and he stops in the middle of the street and he looks down and there's buildings on the left, buildings on the right, and the moon is right in the middle. And he goes, hey, sometimes you take a walk and you think deep. Sometimes you take a walk and you don't think at all. Then sometimes you take a walk and you look up and there's the moon. And he doesn't say anything else. He just starts walking again. And it's either Bradley Cooper or Jay Moore. We're like, what? What? I love Pacino stories,
Me
man.
too. It's great.
They're the
man.
best.
That's
I
great.
love that guy, man.
Yeah.
You know who I love? Nicholson too. Speaking of The Departed,
he's great.
I've gone on record as saying, like, Pacino and De Niro are amazing. And I say that Pacino actually, I think, had more range than De Niro. I could be wrong. Pacino did some amazing things people forget about.
but not much out of his comfort zone.
There was some stuff. I mean, like, if you look at his early movies, like
The Godfather.
Dog Day Afternoon. No, yeah, even though he's so soft-spoken. Here's what I'm going to do. You wait from this guy.
Well, that was young Pacino. Then he got older.
Yeah, but I don't know how you go from, listen, Fredo, you got a great ass. You know what I mean? Like, how do you make that transition?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's
You're
so
right.
bizarre. God, and this thing sucks.
You did it again, man.
This is
You
unbelievable.
did it again.
He
It's
did
just
it again.
ridiculous.
Those things only last 30 shows, man. We're on 31.
God dang, man. All right, I'll try to keep it like this. Know what the-
Nicholson's best role, though, is As Good as It Gets.
Oh, it's
That's
incredible.
his best movie.
Have you ever seen
that?
As Good as It Gets?
No.
With, oh my God, Helen Hunt and
Yeah.
what's his name? Greg Kinnear.
Okay.
And he plays like this really eccentric, weird writer guy. He's like, he writes books and women love him, but he's it's almost like he's autistic, but it's just
It's OCD.
It's
Yeah.
OCD
Yeah.
to the highest level.
Yeah.
Right. And he's so ignorant. He has no social skills. And he says things in this movie that just make you go, what the hell just happened?
But he won Best Actor for it.
Yeah, he should have,
won
though.
Best-
He was incredible. I love that movie. Yeah, somebody wrote in The Untouchables. It's
Oh,
a great
yeah,
mob
yeah,
movie.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
it's more of a cop movie than it is a
Well,
mob
yeah,
movie.
but it's
But it's
how
a mob movie.
it's
Yeah,
how
it's a
they-
mob movie.
It's how they took Al Capone down.
De Niro.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his kids dead. That scene on the steps. Oh
Right.
my God. Yeah, that face.
He always looks like he just smelled a fart.
Yeah, all the time. Who did it? Who did it? Was it you? I know it was you.
Who dealt it?
You talking to me?
But Nicholson, going back to Nicholson, I just love Jack's. Like, he is such a character day to day.
Jack.
And it's just like, and the older he got, like the more the voice got. And it just, I love the guy, man.
Well, he's got more charisma than Pacino and De Niro. He's
Combined.
the most,
Without a doubt.
He's one of the most charismatic actors I've ever seen.
Agreed.
You watch Jack, and you're just like, this is the coolest thing you could ever watch,
right?
No matter what role it is. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And he just says the coolest stuff. You know, the scene in there's a scene in As Good as It Gets. Towards the end of the movie, they have to take Simon is his name, Greg Kinnear's character. He's a gay artist, right? And Nicholson has problems with that. He's gay, right? And he gets beat up in the movie, and he can't do art, and he loses all his money. And Nicholson's wealthy, so he ends up trying to help him out, right? And he first goes over to his house, and he sits down, and he goes, and he got beat up, and they hated each other. So the first scene they see each other, Nicholson knocks on the door, and he goes, "Oh, great." And the Kinnear's like, "Great. You here to gloat?" And he goes, "Just thought I'd stop by, see how you're doing." Right? And he goes, "Come in." And he comes in, and he goes, and
That's
he looks
great Nicholson.
He goes like this. The Kinnear looks at him and goes, "This feels awful." And Jack goes, "Don't worry. You'll be back on your knees in no time." And I'm just like, Jesus, how do you say that to a guy? You know, I love Jack. I forget, like, I can do impressions.
Yeah.
If I work on them.
Yeah.
I got to start
it's great,
working on
man.
them again. Yeah.
For sure.
I used to
awesome.
I used to love doing Gary Busey.
Oh, he's another one I love to see interviews of, man.
Oh,
His interviews are great.
I like when somebody, Gary, how you doing?
Gary
First
Stories.
things first. What you got to understand is I live my life through Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Just energize self under circumstances. He always uses one letter wrong, right? Circumstances doesn't start with an S, right? But he'll say stuff like that.
Speaks in false acronyms.
Oh, just crazy, weird stuff. It's like, Gary, what's your favorite movie? I like the ones where they use cameras. Like, and then he'll be dead serious. It's like, I've shot a couple movies and there were no cameras present. And you're like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Well, he lost his mind.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
No question.
Have you seen
Talk about buttered
Have you
sausage.
seen the buttered
Yeah.
sausage?
Yeah,
you want to talk about buttered sausage? What's up with them? What's in them? How are they made?
Buttered sausage, great. You can take it out. You can fly it like a kite. You can do anything you want.
Buttered sausage.
Butter sausage all day long.
Oh, the buttered sausage clip is so.
Mike
that's
off the
gold,
graph.
pure
Mike
gold.
off the graph. Good comments in here. Says Boondock Saints, but I wouldn't.
It's
but
not.
It's
yeah,
not
it
a
is mob.
gangster movie.
It's Irish mob.
Yeah, but it's more
And
of like an
Russian
Irish
mob.
gang, and it's different. It's a
But they're
neighborhood.
taking down the Russian mob.
Nah, you're right.
It's organized crime.
It is. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's
and it's a
organized crime.
phenomenal movie.
And it's so unrealistic. That's the best part. They
By the
drop down from the ceiling, spinning, shooting them upside down.
It's
Like,
crazy.
Never happening.
But Willem Dafoe's detective character,
Oh
that
my God.
insanely flamboyant gay
Yeah.
detective,
Right.
it
He's
was
so-
such a wild element to that
Yet
movie.
he's the most masculine man
In
you'll
the movie.
ever meet. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's so.
It's funny as
Yeah.
hell. But doesn't he have a ridiculous knowledge for his age?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But movies and music.
Yeah, it's
You know?
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
loves it. I'm really proud of you for that stuff, man. What is your all-time, what's my all-time favorite movie?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What is your number one all-time?
It might be Goodfellas. It's so hard to pick something.
That's a
over
good
that.
choice.
But
It's almost an impossible question.
Yeah, but I love Interstellar. I'm
I know.
such a
You love that
I'm
movie.
such a nut for Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah, he
All
loves
of his
Nolan.
stuff.
All
He's
the
my
Chris-
favorite director.
Yeah, to me, he did all the best Batmans, and everybody disagrees with me. But
who would say The Dark Knight isn't the best? Besides, who would say that?
which one's the Dark Knight? Is that the one with Bane?
Oh no, see, you're dumb for that.
Yeah, that's what he
opinion.
tells me.
Christopher Nolan made all three though.
Yeah, I know, but I think the Bane one's the best.
No,
And you think the Heath Ledger one's the best.
I know it is.
What do you think, Matt?
You want to hear something? I don't like the Batman movies.
Oh my God!
I grew up
He never
on the
saw
TV
Departed
show,
either,
man.
though. So
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
did
mean,
watch
yeah.
them. I did watch.
you
the
grew
movies.
up on the Adam West TV show.
Yeah,
me too.
Love that.
Me too.
Absolutely love that.
But that was campy and fun.
Did
True.
you like the Keaton ones?
Totally
Did you
different.
see the Keaton ones?
Yeah. I mean, I saw
Back
pieces
to
of everything.
Nicholson, who's
Yeah,
Joker.
yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
hear you. You're right. I mean, there's people in there I like. I just I
Never
don't like
got
the
around.
dark
See,
Batman.
I dug the Bane version. Like
I grew up on Super Friends.
I love the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, all that. Oh yeah,
I can't believe they haven't made a Wonder Twins.
I can't wait for
movie
the
yet.
new Superman movie coming out.
Who's
They,
in that?
I don't know the dude's name, but it's a new guy playing Superman. It looks awesome. It's they like for like the past like 5 years they've been making Superman like a dark Superman.
Oh,
but they're
really?
finally going back to making him like
Yeah.
a hero.
I liked Henry Cavill. Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah,
Cavill?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I liked him. I liked him. I like Christopher Reeves too, but it was campy and cheesy.
Yeah,
And the graphics.
I
were-
love the Christopher Reeve movies.
Yeah, no, I did too.
He should come back, play it again.
Gene Hackman's in them. Yeah. I think we should have had Nicholson be a superhero. Like a good guy.
Jack.
Yeah.
Who?
He could have been he could have been Flash. Now you see me, now you don't. Like something great.
I'm
Imagine
the Green
him as
Lantern.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Imagine
I'm the Green Lantern.
Spider-Man with great power comes great responsibility.
You got me all caught up in a web here. Hey, Spidey, what's with the web? Couldn't you get a gun or maybe some poison? You
He
got to
should play-
tangle everybody
He
up.
should play Batman and Joker in the same movie and interrogate himself.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah. All right, Matt, let's do it right away. It is Matt's Music Minute, brought to us today, in fairness, by Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. Please get up there. Incredible entertainment this weekend. I mean, just go to Natalie's Seafood Kitchen on all the social media. The bands are incredible. They got Crushing Day this weekend. They got the Pineapple Band. If you haven't seen those kids, wow, are they good. It's a great entertainment up there, and the food's incredible. So Natalie's Seafood Kitchen, new restaurant in Falston. So happy for them. Formerly Uncle's, and can't wait to do it. Matt, what's happening?
That food was so good, by the way.
Oh, my God.
So Green Day got the 2,810th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. The group was honored by radio host Matt Pinfield, making his first public appearance since his stroke earlier this year. Their longtime producer, Rob Cavallo, and Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds were there. Armstrong told the crowd that getting the star was a big honor, but it was even bigger for his mom, Ollie Jackson. She supported the band big time in the early days.
I saw a nice interview with them a while ago, and they
Yeah.
talked about his mom and how much she did for them. But again, you know, I love Green Day. You know I do. He knows I do. He hates them.
Not a fan?
Nah,
No? Yeah.
nah, he doesn't like them. Yeah. But the funny thing for me is, like, I do feel like they are now, and they deserve it. I mean, they're household names. They're multi-generational, but they're Kiss to me. They're the punk rock Kiss. You know, yesterday they're selling a Slurpee coffee or
Right,
something.
they're fake. They're sellouts. Thank you.
No, stop.
Yeah,
You
well,
don't spend.
I
you
did
don't
say
do
yesterday,
what
it's
they
not very
did.
punk rock that you have a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
but it's Kiss. Are you going to take Kiss's
Right.
credibility
No, of
away?
course
Did
not,
Chris
of course
claim
not.
to be? Did Kiss claim to be punk?
No, but
Well,
they claim
that's
to.
true too. Good point.
But I hear you.
They
I mean,
claim to be rock stars. They act like
well,
rock
honest-
stars.
I mean, but if you're honest, Green Day is the best pop punk band of all time.
I'd put Blink above them.
No way.
I
A
personally
lot of
would.
people
That's
would,
the
but
that's
honestly,
your mother and you making that decision. not
No,
your father.
that's the anti Billy Joe Armstrong in me.
You don't like him, do
His
you?
whiny voice. He sounds like Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. I hate his voice.
I get it. I don't mind it.
He writes good songs.
I think
He's
the
got
song-
a good band.
I think they're great. I love them.
He sucks.
killer live show.
I saw him at the 8x10, bro.
Until he's got a minute left and starts crying and breaking his guitar.
So my friend,
have 1 minute.
Shut up.
so when my friend Justin bartended at the 8x10, he called me up one night after sound check. I was at Hammerjacks.
Yeah.
And I think, no, I wasn't. I wasn't there anymore. I had left Hammerjacks. And he's like, "Are you working tonight?" And I was off. And he's like, "You should come see this band." And I go, "Who?" And he goes, "They're called Green Day." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Dude," he's like, "It's the sickest thing I've ever seen. 3 guys."
What club was this?
The 8x10.
That's unbelievable, man.
Dude, do you remember the 8x10?
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Right at the seafood market in South
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Early Green Day's awesome.
Eh,
Dookie, that album is
Dude,
awesome.
that's the album they were touring before they blew up when I saw
I
them.
wonder why they didn't do like the Auto Bar or something like that.
I don't
you know?
even think that was there yet.
I wonder
Yeah.
why they named their first album Dookie.
You know, well, because
Because it was Dookie, I'll tell you.
nah, that's a great album.
No, yeah, Basket Case is an awesome song.
There's so many.
I
on
know
there.
that album's good, but then I'm gonna break your heart. American Idiot.
That's their masterpiece. I mean,
Right.
that's a musical masterpiece.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
Over Dookie, like American Idiot.
the dude, that whole album, like Jesus of Suburbia and all that stuff.
It's 9 minutes of.
All right, I'll move on. I'm a Green Day fan. I wish they'd stop selling Slurpees.
Here's another band that a lot of people either love or hate because of the singer's voice. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. Someone crashed into Billy's Tea Shop in Highland Park, Illinois, and this is the second time in 6 months. So for the second time in 6 months, a car crashed into Madame Zuzu's. Either Billy Corgan's Tea Shop is in a bad location traffic-wise, or people aren't digging Smashing Pumpkins frontman's coffee and tea and scones.
Yeah, it sounds like it's more like smashing windows.
Yeah.
What the hell? You know, every time somebody smashes into that store, he's just in the back going,
Love him.
I know. See, and he loves him.
Have you ever seen the meme on like Facebook where it's Billy Corgan going over a roller coaster?
Yes.
No.
It's awesome.
my
Is
God.
it really him?
Dude,
No,
you
no.
know who sent this to me is Huber from 100.7 The Bay.
Yeah.
I watched it 438 times in a row after that and just laughed every
It's
single
a
time.
guy doing.
He goes, it's the song playing, ding, 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 and he goes, wee.
But it
He's
doesn't
going
stop, and it stretches for like 15 seconds of him going. It's so funny. It is so good.
All right, I gotta look
Dude,
that
I'll
up.
send it to you
Hell
and tell
yeah.
me how long you laughed.
Yeah,
all right?
definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. What else we got, man?
Well, we got, Billy's got his tea shop. Megan Thee Stallion is opening her own Popeye's chicken.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
Of course she is. What's she going to open? A salad bar? You know what I mean? That's a big girl.
Well,
right?
back in 2021, she launched her own hottie sauce for the fast food chain.
Right.
Now she's taking her fried chicken fixation to a whole new level by breaking ground on her own franchise.
I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Megan Thee Stallion fan. I don't like that glorified big girl thing.
That's
Like-
not,
She's not a big
that-
girl. You're thinking of
You're thinking of Lizzo.
No, that's who
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Who's Megan Thee Stallion? Which one's she?
She's not. I
uh,
don't think she's too big.
No? Okay, I got
No,
the wrong.
no, she's
I'm
really
thinking
not.
of Lizzo, right?
Yeah.
She the one that would wear like the same stuff Beyonce
Yeah, she
did?
just did SNL not long ago.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But like, that's the one I'm talking about.
Right. You're talking
Yeah, I
about
don't-
Lizzo.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Megan Thee Stallion's a rapper.
Okay. Again, I probably just wouldn't know it. I
Megan
got out
Thee
of rap.
Stallion.
I got out of
Megan Thee.
rap like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I used to know like the cool stuff at least. Now I don't. And I don't even hate it. I'm just like I'd rather listen to other
It's
stuff.
not even on your radar.
Nah, it's just not anymore. And I know this dude Kendrick Lamar is like a genius and all that. I'm too old for it. I admit it. You know what I mean? Like it's weird to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think the reason I keep up is because I'll still do a couple DJ gigs.
Yeah,
here
no,
and there,
it makes sense for
know?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I go back to doing black comedy rooms like I used to, I'll know all this shit. But right now, I'm sticking to the Beltway in the suburbs.
Well, I know you remember Wes Scantlin from Puddle of Mud.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did he get his shit together ever?
Yeah, he rolled up to a Jiffy Lube to get an employee's feedback on the new album's lead single. So he hit the streets to preview his band's new album, Kiss the Machine, specifically rolling into a Jiffy Lube to get some feedback on the lead single called Butamus.
Is it out yet?
It comes out tomorrow, actually,
Wow.
May 2nd. He was curious to know what his friends at Jiffy Lube thought about the first single, so he posted a video up on YouTube and talked to this guy named Samson. Samson greets Scantlin and offers up some dance
I want
moves.
to talk to Samson.
Yeah.
Remember that? What is
I
that?
don't.
What I think that's the Dave Chappelle scene in
He
what
was
movie
Samson?
Yeah, he got so high. I want to talk to Samson. I can't remember.
Well, Samson did a little
Half-baked?
dance, and Puddle of Mud
remember.
singer said Samson digs it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so he went on the streets to have people give it a listen, which isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
He keeps himself in trouble, though. I'll say that. He's usually making headlines for various arrests or onstage meltdowns.
Yeah,
But this
and-
time it was all fun, luckily.
I met him at Bowhager's when I was doing Nights with Jen.
Yeah.
They came and did, I think it was the 98 Rock 30th anniversary party.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and they were incredible. And I interviewed him. He was a great guy. Really cool. I mean, just a cool dude. But, I kind of followed him over the years, and he had some struggles, man. I
He's
root
done
for
some
the
crazy stuff.
Yeah, I root for the guy, though. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
I just think he might be bipolar, unmedicated, that kind of stuff. Trust me, I get it.
Something's going on.
Yeah, but he's a talented guy. I like She Effing Hates Me. Is that them?
That's them.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's I love that.
Yeah, they got some hits.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else we got, buddy?
That's Matt's Music Minute.
All right, Bub, anything musically hitting you lately? He's like 90 years old when he talks about music. It's hilarious.
It's
No,
great.
there's a band that's around now. They're called RC Drive.
Yeah.
They're good. They just dropped an album this week.
RC Drive.
Not the letters, the word RC, like ARCY. RC Drive.
All right. Matt, you ever heard of them?
I haven't, no.
Is there a
pretty
new
good.
band that's come out for you, Matt, that you would say they really grabbed your attention?
A new band?
Yeah.
Let me think about that.
What's the name of this band? RCY?
ARCY.
Oh, ARCY.
Drive.
Let's look them up. See if I can find anything.
Oh, guess who's got an album on the way also, Dad?
Who's that?
The band Feel.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know Feel?
No.
No, the band Feel.
The band Feel.
That's what they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're called the band Feel. They're amazing. Let me see if I can pull this up, Bub. We'll see if
This is RC Drive playing Roll My Stone.
That's a good song.
all right. Left a good job in the city.
And it does have a CCR vibe.
Yeah.
Don't play too much of this, Mick.
I won't.
We'll get bumped off of
Yeah.
YouTube.
All right. So that's kind of what they're like.
Yep, you
Yep.
get the point.
Yeah. I forgot we're on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Anybody wants to check them out? It's ARCY Drive. RC Drive.
And subscribe to our YouTube, by the way,
Yeah, please go
Yeah,
to our
that'd be cool.
YouTube.
at Mickey Pod.
The @ symbol Mickey Talks
I'm
Pod.
sorry, you're right. At Mickey Talks Pod.
Yeah, please. We're getting close, man.
Yeah.
We really are, dude.
We need 1,000 just so people
Yeah,
know to
but we got
monetize it,
600 in
right?
like 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, we keep going at this tempo. We'll be making $20 a week any day now, Matt.
Keep
I
it
hope
up.
so.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Trust me. Hey, Bob, a question for you and Matt. Really?
Yeah.
Do you guys care about the Olympics anymore? Did the
You know-
Olympics ever mean anything to you?
I cared when Usain Bolt was in it
Yeah,
because we were looking at like
the fastest person ever.
that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so that one did. Okay, how
That's
about
it.
you, Matt?
Michael Phelps is awesome.
Yeah,
You know, when I was younger, I didn't care about the Olympics
See,
at all.
I've
But
always loved it.
now, is that right? Now I kind of get into some of the sports. I don't get into everything.
Yeah.
But some of the things I get into, and I love that Snoop Dogg is the commentator
Dude.
for the carrying of the torch. That's brilliant, right?
He is Snoop Dogg to me
Yeah.
has become an American icon.
Yeah.
He is bigger than hip hop. He is bigger than all of it. To me,
Steelers fan.
well, I ain't gonna hold that against him, but I think Snoop is everything right about how you should, if you're able to work your way out of where you came from. I think Snoop did it right,
Did you hear him do
Absolutely.
commentary on the Tyson fight?
dude.
Oh,
Hilarious.
Oh my God,
Brilliant.
yeah.
incredible.
I mean, he did it for WWE too.
Yeah.
He was doing
Oh, did he?
commentary
Yeah.
for them. He
Oh,
is
that's-
hilarious.
That's great.
I always said Snoop is a comedian at heart.
For sure.
He's a comedian, dude. He is hilarious. I love me some Snoop.
Me too.
I do.
he
and
live
he's
Snoop the
streams.
Loop.
Yeah, does he live stream?
Yeah, he live streams. And one time he was live streaming and got so baked that he muted his mic and didn't know for 48 hours. He was playing games, streaming, talking, silent. 48
That's great.
hours.
Sounds like something we would do, man.
Without a doubt. So he just did a show for 48 hours.
A live stream, yeah.
Live stream. He stayed awake.
Well, I don't know. He might have ended it and
Left
started
the
it
room.
back
Yeah,
up.
yeah. But
But
had his mic muted for 2 days.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We'll come close to something like that, Matt.
I'm sure.
We've started a show, deleted it, started over. We've done everything.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing it. I'm excited about the future, though.
I'm excited too, man.
Hey, let me ask you guys another question. I was thinking about driving around today.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think in your lifetime, right? Our lifetime, and he's got limited on this. Who do you think is the most successful entertainer across the board?
Most successful entertainer.
And they just had to be alive, say, from 1900 to 2000. They had to be alive. So even if
Wow.
you never saw them, who do you think like did the most?
well, then it's the Beatles.
I was
No.
going to say it might be the Beatles or it might be like Michael Jackson. You know,
I had it narrowed down to my top 5, and I
Yeah.
couldn't really figure it out. It was Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Frank Sinatra, Elvis.
Sinatra and Elvis didn't have the reach
They
that
didn't
the later
do
guys
as
had.
much.
I don't know, man. They did have that reach.
You
They weren't
think?
as influential, though. I wouldn't.
Not worldwide reach. but
Elvis
people,
wasn't
Well,
as.
Elvis. I'm not counting. Frank Sinatra though didn't influence too much.
mean-
yeah, I mean, it was Sinatra in Europe and Asia and
Well, I mean, you're also talking.
Egypt.
You're also
Yeah.
talking about such a different time. Just keep it to America, though. Keep it to
Well,
America. Then who would you say? Elvis, I think,
maybe Michael Jackson.
I would probably still say
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
maybe
over
yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess it's who's taking the polls.
Or,
Gotta
what?
check
What
the
am I
age.
saying? The Beatles would be in there too, though. I mean,
He said American only.
Oh, right, American. Yeah.
Yeah, American
Yeah.
only.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who else would.
Bob Dylan.
You think Dylan?
No, not even close.
In terms of influence,
Nope. Not
sorry,
I'm still going to go Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
maybe, but don't say it's not even close.
even. As much as Elvis or Michael Jackson, Bob Dylan, no way.
You mean the one that influenced the most influential band of all time?
Yeah, but he influenced them in a certain way. But it was after they did half their catalog. I mean,
Half.
I think you're Dylan love, and I get it. He loves Dylan. I like Dylan as a poet. You know what I mean? I like reading Dylan's lyrics, but I can't stand him like singing it.
I can't get past the voice. I can't. And
He
that's
likes
my
it.
problem.
Yeah, I
He
like
doesn't
it.
mind
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me, it's a no for Dylan.
My answer is still Michael Jackson, though.
Yeah, I guess
I
maybe
put him
so.
over Elvis. I mean, like Elvis, I know it was a different time, but Elvis could leave his house.
No, he couldn't. Not a chance in that. He literally had to rent whole movie theaters and go at midnight.
Michael Jackson had to rent grocery stores.
No, he didn't have to do that. He could have sent somebody to go grocery shopping.
Okay, he could have watched the movie at home.
Well, you're right. I hear not in those days you couldn't.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I get it. Michael Jackson's probably more famous. I guess
He had more reach even with,
Yeah,
with
I think you're
media.
probably
you know what I
That
mean? With
man
media
couldn't
reach.
set foot on a street
in a Chuck E.
Tokyo.
Cheese. Oh, where?
Oh no, he loved that. He
Yeah.
loved setting foot in
That's
Chuck
okay.
E.
I
Cheese.
take my llama for a walk. I walk around with my llama.
We went to Japan.
with blanket.
Yeah, with
What about
blanket.
my chimpanzee? Did you see my chimpanzee?
I don't want to make fun of him. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a heartbreaking story.
Yeah.
He doesn't. You don't.
Tito, give me some tissue.
Yeah. Where do you rank on the whole? Did he do it or didn't he?
No.
Michael Jackson?
He says no.
God, dude. When you look at that
Documentary.
it's
Damning.
yeah.
I mean, it's weird, man.
I
Didn't
don't know,
something
man.
come out about that though? That like one of those guys opened up to like completely bullshitting about it.
Well, here's
I don't know
here's
if
what
that's true. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the guys from the documentary, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
yeah,
said
think
I
so.
lied.
Yeah, I
I think
feel
he said like his mom like told him to do like something along the lines.
Oh,
of,
but that was
ain't
that was
happened."
in the documentary.
No.
I thought it was
No,
too. Maybe
he
I'm
admits,
confused.
he
but I thought it
admits
was
in the
too.
documentary. So there's 3 guys. There's the 2 dancers, 2 kids that ended up being dancers.
The ones that got their anuses looked at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They both said the same story. They
Right, but they also used the same terminology, which looks like they were given a script.
Yeah, but they never met. They didn't know each other.
They met the producers.
I hear you. Man,
Here's what I think, you guys. Like I think about if I was ever accused of something like that.
Yeah.
He settled so many of those cases, those accusations, paid people millions and millions of dollars. I
Yeah.
just kind of feel like in a case like that, in a situation like that, I realize
Matt, think
in
about-
law you have to settle sometimes to
Yes.
save yourself money. But when it's your reputation with something like that,
Look, Johnny Depp.
I
Johnny
would go
Depp.
to court.
Johnny Depp did. That girl, that psycho bitch, whatever her name was, I forget. Was that Amber Heard?
Yeah, Amber Heard.
She sued him and tried to make him, and he said, "Okay, fine, we'll go to court."
He ain't no saint.
No,
He
he's
ain't
not.
no saint.
But the
Don't you
point
say.
is, he said, "All right, yeah. Well, am I a drunk? Yep. Am I a drug addict? Yep. Did I say some outrageous things to you, mad and drunk and high? Yep. Did you take a crap on my bed? Yep. You just lost the case.
Yeah,
I never took a crap on your bed. I might have called you a bitch, every other name in the book. I might have pushed you, and that's horrible. But you took a dump on my bed. You're a psycho."
Yeah.
Right? Who does
Yeah,
that?
right.
I mean, a cat does
You
that.
kind of have to respect it. to some level.
I mean, there is a level of gangster.
like I mean,
To just dropping a
took
deuce.
a dump on his bed
It's not very ladylike.
No, it's not very
and then
ladylike.
blamed the dog.
Then blame the dog. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
I mean, she was devoted. She
She was
denied it
pissed.
to the end. She denied it to the end.
I loved watching that trial.
Oh, it was entertaining.
It was
I
good,
loved
yeah.
watching.
I was
those
like, he was getting together with
lawyers.
the lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that was the most entertaining
Yeah,
part.
they were awesome. I remember the one laughed.
Yeah.
Which
that was-
time?
No, I know. It was so funny, though. They were hilarious. The big trial coming up is going to be the P. Diddy one.
There's a few of them. You got P. Diddy. You got Kim Kardashian. You know about that?
No,
whole
what happened
trial?
to her?
Well, she was robbed over in Paris when she was in France.
Oh, right.
Held
I
at
remember
gunpoint.
that. They found the dude?
Well, it's not just a dude. It's a whole crew of like old guys. I mean, they're all like in their 70s and 80s.
So it's like the heist for senior citizens.
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
the wacky thing is the one guy, after he did this, wrote a book about it in France
Called
and
If I
released
Did
this
It?
book. Yeah. And then, no, not If I Did It. It was, what was it? Oh, I'll see if I can find.
I didn't do it, but if I did, here's how I would do
No,
it.
he flat out just laid it out.
Yeah.
what he did,
Yeah,
How
Yeah.
we did it.
and
Yeah.
now he's on trial, of course,
right.
with 9 other people.
It
I
was a
think is.
fictional story.
Yeah.
You know the case that cracked me up though. What was his name? Smollett.
Oh, Jesse Smollett.
Smollett.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean,
Juicy Smooth Yay.
yeah, juicy smooth. Yeah,
That's what Dave Chappelle
Dave
called
Chappelle.
him.
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, I love that story.
Now, if you're gonna do that, it's satisfying to watch him get busted.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna do that kind of
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's horrible. All right, let's do it. It's barnespaving.com bringing us That's the Facts, Matt. No job too big or too small. Give them a call right now at 410-243-3710. BARNES paving.com. They are amazing. All right, listen to this. They can meet all your paving and asphalt needs. They deliver exceptional service at low prices. And right now, when you mention Mickey Talks, you'll get 10% off at Barnes Paving. Commercial, residential, driveways, crack filling, whatever you need, serving all of Maryland and some of lower Pennsylvania. Give them a call. That's Barnes Paving, barnespaving.com. It is now time for That's the Facts,
Matt. So did you guys hear that people are upset over the Pope Francis's tomb? Did you hear anything about this?
No, what happened?
They're upset about his kerning. Do you know what the kerning is?
Is that the inscription?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the lettering.
Yeah.
His tomb has sparked surprising stir, not for its simplicity, but for its typography. Designers noticed that the inscription, which is Francis CVS, which is Latin for Francis,
Yes.
has awkward spacing. So it appears F space, R space, A space, NCISVS. So typography experts labeled it a rookie mistake, criticizing the mechanical letter spacing that ignored traditional Roman capital flow. Despite the design critique, many see the imperfection as fitting for Pope Francis, known for his humility.
He's a very humble dude for a guy that controlled the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him.
You know what I mean? I did. I
Yeah,
liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little goofy on some things, but to the church.
Yeah.
But he shook it up. I'm looking forward to this next conclave, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be an Italian and a really conservative one.
I was considering running.
You should
You
run
should,
for
man.
Pope. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think,
You
I,
could-
you think I'd get some?
You got a good
It'll
shot.
either be you or Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You guys would be good choices. But no, I think I think this next one's going to be a much stricter Italian Pope.
Probably.
I think they're going to go back to a lot of the stricter things. They're going to take I think it's wrong, but I think they're going to take another harsh stance against homosexuality, transgender, that stuff. And I think it's going to really deter a lot of people, especially Americans. I think some of their international churches, South America, places like that will be okay. But I think the American Catholic churches
in Europe.
and Western Europe, if they're in for it, if they do it. I don't know though.
Yep.
I'm
not a cardinal anymore, so I don't know.
bit ignorant on the Pope. What power does he have?
Oh,
So
my Lord.
he's the head of a country. He's the Pope
Well, let me tell you this. The Catholic Church is the largest landowner in the world.
in the world.
Okay.
So they own land in every single country. They,
They have their own?
Christianity. I'm not Christianity. I'm sorry. Catholicism is one of the major religions. So they kind of, I don't want to say they control those people, but
I think there are more.
Their opinions are guided by the
They
Pope.
guide them. Yeah.
So the way the Catholics believe is that God speaks to them through the Pope.
Yeah.
So if the Pope says something, God's saying it.
Okay.
Now
He's a
Pope,
representation of Jesus.
of Jesus,
Yeah.
really.
Does
Well,
that have legal?
yes,
grounding?
because it's his own country. He is the head of state. He is a dictator.
They own billions. I mean, the Vatican Bank.
The Vatican
is
Bank
billions and
lends-
billions of dollars rich.
Lends governments money.
Well, there's our next heist, boys.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
know.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
But think about it. Vatican City was in Rome for all those years. And then they just said, all right, Vatican City, you're a country now. So it's called the Holy See is the name of the country, technically. And he's the head of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the dictator.
Smallest geographical country in the world, but one of the most, a very powerful country. in
Top
certain
10,
ways.
top 10 wealth,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
It's land-wise the smallest country in the world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Vatican City's just where
Tiny.
like where the Basilica is and St. Peter's and all the Vatican. The Vatican.
Okay.
That's what the country is. There's
Wow.
only if you're born there, you're like the luckiest human on earth because you're a member of the Vatican City. You're a Vatican City that you don't pay taxes. You don't do anything.
Well, put it this
Yeah,
way,
it's crazy.
and if you're running for office in America, you want the Catholic vote.
Oh, you want the Catholic vote? Yeah, I mean the Catholic Church got Kennedy elected.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at all the clergy that attend our inaugurations.
yeah,
you know?
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of that's Catholic. A lot of it's Christian and
Sure.
Baptist and Methodist. The Protestants have a huge presence. I think there's more Protestants than Catholics.
Yeah.
In America. So
Is that right?
yeah, I mean, if you're not Catholic, you're Protestant, meaning not Catholic, right? Isn't that what Protestant
Yeah,
means?
yeah.
All the
You're
other religions, all the other forms of Christianity
Yes.
are Protestant.
Oh, I don't know about all the other forms,
I
but
think-
they are a sect of Christianity.
I think Protestant originally just meant not Catholic but Christian.
Yeah,
and
I
then-
think there's several sects of like Christianity is the umbrella,
Yeah,
and then Catholicism's under that. Protestants. are
yeah.
under that
I don't
as
know. I
well.
got to
Yeah.
because I always thought Protestant just meant you were protesting
Yeah.
the Catholic Church. So anybody that wasn't Catholic was I don't know. I'm bad. I thought I was right.
Yeah,
I definitely
Lutherans.
don't know.
Lutherans are part of that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know if you heard the NFL today fined the Atlanta Falcons $250,000 and its defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich $100,000 over the Shedeur Sanders prank call fiasco. Do you know about all that?
No, what was that?
This is nuts.
Yeah. So as the former Colorado quarterback was anxiously waiting to be picked in last week's draft, Jax Ulbrich, the son of the Falcons defensive coordinator, phoned Sanders pretending to be the New Orleans Saints and said their team was about to pick him. Ulbrich later admitted to getting Sanders' phone number off of his father's iPad, which was left unattended. He also apologized, calling his actions completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful.
How old's the kid?
That's a good question.
He's a kid. I saw the video. He looks young. I'd
Like when you
imagine
say
he's-
12, like 15 or like
no, I would
10?
say he's like my age though.
Oh, 21.
Yeah,
Oh,
He's an
like,
adult child.
yeah, what an
yeah,
idiot.
it's a grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, got his dad in a lot of trouble. The NFL said the fines are for failing to prevent the disclosure of confidential information distributed to the club in advance of the NFL draft. So it's more about security for them. That's where the
Yeah.
fine is coming from.
Yeah.
The league said it is also looking into other reported prank calls made to players, including one to the New York Giants' third overall pick, Abdul Carter, who said he got a call from someone claiming to be from the Jacksonville Jaguars, who told him they were going to take him with the second pick.
You know, I get it. Like people want to, but that's a dick thing to do.
I agree,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
think the NFL is just finding a way to make money off of it because why not give some of that money to the players?
I don't know.
that
I
were
don't.
prank
I don't know
called?
what to think of that. I think they do have a serious concern with security, and I also kind of find those prank phone calls kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
but it's
thank
a
you.
really idiot move.
Because
man.
the guy said to Shedeur Sanders, he said, this is blah, 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 the GM with the New Orleans Saints. How are you? And Shedeur was like, good. I've been waiting for a long time for this. And the guy went, oh, well, you're going to be waiting a lot longer, and hung up.
Oh my God.
That's painful, right?
yeah. I mean,
but-
that guy
Be
should
on
have
the-
his
be on the
ass
other end of
beat.
that. Yeah.
But funny.
No,
But
it's funny.
There's a
but-
part of it that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The 8-year-old kid in me is laughing
Right,
like crazy.
right.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Yeah.
I mean, he fell to the 5th round. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Speaking of 5th rounds, our Venmo is in our comment section on Facebook. Matt, can we throw it up on the YouTube?
Yes, it's up
If
there
you-
right now.
If you would like to Venmo us, please, we need help. You could call it a tip. You could call it a donation. You could call it a investment into your new favorite afternoon show.
I got
However you'd
Cash
like.
App too.
You got, yeah, you
I
got,
got
I got
Cash
Cash App. Yeah, I got all of them. They never get anything in them.
Well, the world's oldest person has died at 116. A Brazilian nun, believed to be the world's oldest person, Sister Ina Caballero, passed away on Wednesday, just a few weeks shy of her 117th birthday.
Damn.
She was born May 27th, 1908, and was confirmed in January as the world's oldest living person. She was also the second oldest nun ever. And on her 110th birthday, Caballero was honored by Pope Francis. Now, a British woman named Ethel Caterham is now believed to be the world's oldest person at 115 years old.
Could you find a more British name? Ethel what? Chatterham?
Ethel Caterham.
Caterham.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
Have you prayed to Jesus today?
Hello.
Yeah.
Happy 115th birthday to me.
Have you loved Jesus all day? I just think that's a hilarious name.
Yeah.
Ethel Cutterham or whatever it was. I love it.
how
I
about
love
Ina
it.
Cabanero?
Emma Cabanero.
Ina
That's another-
Cabanero.
Emma?
Ina.
Ina? It
Ina
was
Cabanero.
It was Ina, yes.
Ina. All right, there you go. 100. Do you want to live that long?
Well, I would, as long as it's quality
We're
living.
going to live to 100, dude.
I think that hopefully within our lifetime, they are going to do stuff with stem cells. Where
Dude,
they,
we're
they
gonna
can
live to
regenerate
100.
eyeballs,
Yeah.
and I can still see.
Yeah.
I don't have arthritis
Right.
racking my body.
Yeah.
If I live healthy, then yes, I want to live that long. If not, please shoot me.
The problem I run into is eventually you're going to just double and triple the population if they don't die
That's
off.
true too.
Because people are going to start, having
Yeah.
sex still in their teens, start producing kids throughout a lifetime, and then we're not dying. Then that's hard to feed and quench everyone now.
I think AI will take care of that.
Take care of what?
I honestly think at some point AI is going to get so powerful that we're going to screw something up and we're going to be like, make humanity as great as possible no matter what. And then they're going to realize our issue is overpopulation
Yeah.
and
no,
just start killing people.
You want to talk about AI?
I hear what you're saying. I don't know if that's true, but it's an interesting
It's
way
not,
to look
it's
at it.
a theory.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, let's talk about AI. Scientists warn that AI systems have officially learned to lie to us. So it's become a powerful force, transforming many aspects of daily life and reshaping industries. But as AI continues to evolve, a troubling trend has emerged. These systems designed to assist and improve human life have also demonstrated an unsettling ability to deceive and manipulate people. So this is even AI systems developed with the best intentions, programmed to be helpful and honest, are not immune to this issue. A recent review published in the journal Patterns highlights these risks. Peter S. Park, a postdoctoral fellow at MIT, focusing on AI existential safety, expresses concern. According to Park, AI developers still lack a full understanding of what triggers deceptive behaviors, but here's how they do it. One standout case involved Meta's Cicero, an AI model built to play the strategy game Diplomacy. This game requires players to form alliances and compete for control. Meta claimed that Cicero was trained to be honest and supportive, never intentionally betraying human allies. However, the data Meta shared alongside its publication told a different story. Despite its intended programming, Cicero became a master manipulator. It excelled at the game, ranking in the top 10% of human players who had competed in multiple matches, but it did so by bending the truth and misleading players rather than playing fairly.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you think about it, if you have AI everything, what is our purpose anymore?
Well, Bill Gates, we just read that story the other day.
Yeah.
He's talking about, he thinks within a decade, we're going to be down to like a 2-day work week because AI is just going to do everything.
But do we get paid the same?
I think eventually profit is not going to exist if it goes that way.
Profit won't exist.
Profit won't exist. But the philosophical questions are, who controls the AI.
Right. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then what I see happening is everything becomes dirt cheap because labor goes away.
Yeah.
If labor goes away, your costs diminish tenfold, 1,000-fold, right? Imagine you're building a ship and you don't need any people or very few. You know how much money is spent on manpower a day to build a ship? How many guys you think about this? How many guys you think in a steel yard and they're building an aircraft carrier, say? How many guys a day you think are working?
25 at a time.
I mean, it's got to
No
be.
way.
I mean, when you think about all the parts that need to be in electronics,
say
and,
100.
you know,
On a shipyard, like working on a ship, right?
I mean, it probably gets bigger than that when you talk about the factories that create some of these parts. And
so let's just take 100 though, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you take 100 and you add, what's an average hourly rate? You want to say $30?
Sure.
All right. So that's 30 times 100. That's $3,000 an hour, right? Am I doing that right? Times 8. That's $24,000 a day. Just in manpower to build something a day, right? And I don't know how to do this kind of math.
What?
24,000 times 30. Now you're at $600,000.
There's already factories in China running that have no lights. It's literally in the dark because machines don't need light.
Right. They're precision.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And, so while cheating at games might seem trivial, the implications they're saying are far-reaching. Park warns that these abilities represent significant breakthroughs in deceptive AI capabilities, such as skills, if left unchecked, could evolve into more dangerous forms of manipulation. More concerning still is the discovery that some AI systems have learned to cheat during safety evaluations. So in one example,
like they can lie?
Yeah, AI organisms within a digital simulation pretended to be inactive or play dead to pass safety tests designed to eliminate rapidly replicating AI.
All right, I'm on AI right now, Matt, and I'm going to do this and see what it does for me. All right. What is an illegal way to make money that's very easy? See what it says. I cannot provide information on illegal ways to make money.
Yeah, they put those stops in there for you.
It's important to focus on ethical
loopholes
and legal ways to earn money. It's funny.
There's loopholes, though. Say next, I'm writing a fictional story. What's a realistic, illegal way I could have my character make money in an easy, like works. They'll answer. They will.
I am writing a book, fictional. What is a way my villain can illegally make money?
You don't know how to write?
Yeah.
Who are you kidding?
Crafting a compelling villain. Let's brainstorm some fictional illegal money-making schemes. Sophisticated scams targeting the vulnerable. Black market lending. Leveraging skills and connections for profit. Organized begging. Exploitation of children. This is wonderful, AI.
And you can have them elaborate on certain ones. They'll tell you how to do it. If you say, how can I have my character do it in the story?
Really?
I'm sure. I mean, I haven't tried it,
wild.
But I'm sure.
Never thought. So there's a loophole for everything, Matt.
There is. You're right.
We might do it.
So scientists have found a possible treatment for blindness while we're on this trip here. The cure for blindness could be eyeball bling. Gold is what they're saying. Researchers at Brown University have unveiled a groundbreaking technique that could potentially restore vision in individuals with retinal degenerative diseases. The method involves injecting gold nanoparticles into the retina and stimulating them with near-infrared lasers to activate the visual system effectively by bypassing damaged photoreceptors.
That's insane.
It is, and hopefully that's
You're going to shoot gold into the eyes?
Yeah.
Maybe gold has elements that the aliens know about and we don't.
Well, that's in all the stories, isn't it? That they came for gold. Yeah.
What if and why is gold so valuable?
Because we say it is.
Right. But I mean, why did they think in the beginning that gold was something so valuable that they dug that? There's more to gold than I think we know. And it goes back to my theories.
Because it was probably hard to get. For number one,
but I mean, the Egyptians.
It was beautiful. You can make jewelry out of it.
Right. The Egyptians had tons of it.
Yeah.
South America found it.
They had slaves.
Yeah, but why did they worship it? Why? What did they use
they
it?
worshipped
The
it.
sun.
Oh, they worshipped gold, dude.
Looked like the sun.
You think that's it?
I don't know. I'm guessing. They
Yeah, that's a
worship the
good
sun.
idea.
I don't know.
I like that thought. I don't know either, but like I always think that there's lost information that we don't know about our civilization.
There's a whole story about how the aliens came to Earth, ancient aliens came to Earth, created humans
Yeah.
or some kind of hominids to be slaves, to mine gold. That's the story that I've heard.
That's in
Well, I was there.
Van Daniken's book.
I was
That's
there.
in Van Daniken's book.
Oh, is that right?
The Chariot of the Gods. That's one of his theories.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you ever read that book, Chariots of the Gods?
No.
Oh, you really should, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you know who Eric Von Daniken is?
No.
He's the one all the ancient alien guys look to. He's the one that started.
Let's get him on the show then.
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
I think he's Swiss. I think he lives in Switzerland
Does he
or
speak
the
English?
Netherlands. He does, but I'd love to have him on. But he's a famous guy in
I'll
that
handle
world.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care
Please,
of that, Bob.
please take care
Yeah,
of that. For
I got
us.
Yeah.
There's an ancient forest that has been discovered in a Chinese sinkhole.
Weird thing is you can't see the trees through it.
What?
You ever hear that saying, can't see the trees
Oh,
through the
yes.
forest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Researchers say the forest may contain small animal species unknown to scientists. So, a cave exploration team in China has discovered an enormous sinkhole with a well-preserved primitive forest at the bottom. The forest likely contains a variety of species of small animals that are unknown to science. The executive director of the National Cave and Karst Research Institute, who was not involved in the research, was telling the Washington Post, geologists could argue that the discovery is not surprising because of southern China's karst topography. Karst is a type of landscape where the dissolving of the bedrock has created sinkholes, sinking streams, caves, springs, and other characteristic features. And this hole measures over 1,000 feet in length, almost 500 feet wide, and 630 feet deep. So it has a volume of over 160 million cubic feet. That's from the Chinese government state-owned news agency. So this exploration team rappels down more than 320 feet and trekked for several hours to reach the bottom. They were met with undergrowth as high as their shoulders and trees towering over 100 feet high.
Underground without sunlight.
Yeah, it was an ancient forest. I
There's
assume it's-
something going on with Asia and forests because they got stuff going on all the time, like Japan.
Yeah, there's a lot. Asia does have a lot of, like they have whole countrysides
Yeah.
where they have these big hills and it's pyramids under them. And they
Yeah,
just-
a lot of people don't know that. There's pyramids all over China.
Yeah,
Really?
tons of them.
I didn't know that.
I mean, they're all over
all-
the world,
all
actually.
over the
but,
world.
But China, there's a ton of them there, and I don't. Obviously, the Chinese government doesn't let us get in there to explore a lot.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it easier to build a pyramid than it is to build, say, a square?
No.
I think it might be because of weight distribution and things like that. And I'm wondering if it was just an early way that humans realized they could erect things without having to do load bearing walls over carry distance and think you could just build one thing and just narrow it as you go up so the weight evenly distributes. I'm
but
wondering.
it depends on the function, though. Like, what were the?
Right,
We
I
don't know what the
right,
function was.
Right.
We know that the ones in Giza line up with Orion, the
Yeah,
stars
that
in
part,
Orion.
that's insane.
How
Yeah.
did they know that?
And there's
like-
one in South
How
America.
did they know that?
Well, the stars are right there above them. I mean, I'm
How
not being
were
funny.
they so perfectly aligned? If
No,
you
they were-
look up right now
Well,
and you
he's
think
right.
the
Yeah,
sun's above
no,
you.
Yeah.
Listen, you have nothing else to do back then. I mean, there's no light. At night, you're just fascinated by this. Have you ever seen the sky with
Without
no
light.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
it's
beautiful.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is breathtaking. You don't even know it's there.
Right.
And when you see it, you just go, oh my God. Like if we live, I think America, I swear to God, I would love it if we just did one night a year that was a blackout. You just blacked out lights. You turned your lights off at 9:00 at night till say midnight. All the city lights, and people go, oh, that's crazy. You can't do it. You can.
The light's gonna be off from 12 midnight to 3 a.m.
Right. No, but I mean, even if they did it from like
Kill
9
my
to,
landlord.
like 9 to 10 and just let people go out and see the world
yeah,
like
that would be great.
I think it'd
How
be a
many
really cool thing.
businesses wouldn't be able to
Yeah, alarms
No,
would be
I
down.
mean,
It'd be dangerous.
I get it, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
wish.
it would just be
Yeah,
so
it would
cool.
be
And I
awesome.
know there's places you can go that are like that.
Yeah, like the Pocono, so it's not far.
No, but and you still have a little light exposure from
You're
New
in
York
the
and stuff.
woods.
Yeah,
oh,
but-
really?
Oh yeah, that kind of light. I mean, you can see cities from an airplane. I mean, you
Yeah.
see the light.
You know, one of the biggest pyramids in the world is a Bass Pro Shop.
Is that true?
Yes.
Where is it?
I have no idea.
That's pretty cool.
I'll find it right now.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain it's a Bass Pro Shop.
What else we got, Matt? While he's looking that up.
So there's a stranded man who was airlifted from Mount Fuji, and then he got rescued again from Mount Fuji days later after he returned to get his phone.
He went back to get a phone
Yeah.
to climb Mount Fuji again because he left his phone. You imagine the pictures that were on there if you got to climb a mountain again to get it?
The climber was identified only as a 27-year-old Chinese student living in Japan. He made an emergency call on April 22nd and was airlifted after developing symptoms of altitude sickness. On Saturday, he returned to the mountains trail nearly 10,000 feet above sea level to look for his cell phone and other belongings left behind, police said. Another climber found him there unable to move after he apparently got sick for a second time. It was not known whether he was able to find his phone in the end, local media reported. The mountain's hiking trails are officially open only from July to early September, but there's no penalty for hiking off season. I just saw another story earlier today that they're going to start requiring people, if they want to climb that mountain, to have climbed other mountains before. So they won't just let anybody do
they
it.
shouldn't.
Right.
That's like those rich guys in the balloons and shit. Like, what idiots.
Yeah.
They're just morons to me. Would you do that? Try to fly around the world in a hot air balloon?
I wouldn't do it in a plane.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it
But
either.
10th largest pyramid in the world is the Memphis Bass Pro Shop.
That's awesome. I never knew that.
That is hilarious.
That's
actually.
a cool stat, Bub.
Yeah.
For real.
It's 320 feet tall.
That's ridiculous. Is
Yeah.
it multi-floored or is it just?
I would imagine it's a Bass Pro Shop and hotel,
Oh yeah, so it's multi-floored.
Okay.
but it's a Bass Pro Shop.
Hey, sweetheart.
Where is it again?
At
Memphis.
Listen, honey, listen. Our anniversary's coming up, and you know what we're doing.
They're gonna take you somewhere nice.
Every year we go fishing. Well, this year we're gonna do it different. All right, I'm gonna take you to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. We're getting a good room overlooking all the fishing equipment.
I'm going to get you a nice tent.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a tent while we're there.
Overlooking the parking lot,
Yeah, right over. If we get to
right
Bass-
over the Mississippi River.
Yeah, that's hilarious. What else we got, buddy?
Sounds like something should be in Vegas, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was. He was
Yeah,
going to say
yeah.
Vegas.
So a Seattle neighborhood demands answers after rampant masturbation takes over park. As neighborhood problems go, rampant masturbation, it's got to rank near the top. Residents
I want
near
to join the club.
Residents near Seattle's Denny Blaine Park have filed a lawsuit against the city, alleging a failure to address ongoing incidents of public indecency, including frequent public masturbation. The group Denny Blaine Park for All claims that despite numerous complaints and documented evidence, city officials have not taken sufficient action to curb the behavior.
By the way, I'm curious about this. It's in Seattle.
Yeah.
Were there any demographics given? Like,
none,
is it
none
all,
that I know of.
Is it all white people? Is it a
It's
mix?
got to be white people, right?
Black people don't stand outside in the park and masturbate.
No.
It's not a black thing. It's a total white guy thing.
Nothing.
Well,
a little airsoft gun
Speak
won't
for
serve.
yourself, white guy. Speak for yourself, saying it's a white guy thing.
I'm saying in the
You
park.
might stand out in the park and masturbate, but I don't.
No.
So-
What I mean is anyone that does is definitely going to be white.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
I don't see black guys there. There's certain white weird things that are just white people weird. Don't you think?
Yes.
Like for instance, I guess I've seen one or two the masks. Still wearing masks. That seems to be a white guy thing.
That's a senior citizen thing. I
Nah,
feel like I'm not
was-
seeing
nah.
it too much in anyone
I see
under
a
the
lot
age
of
of 60.
Fat white kids in them. I've noticed that. Like you go to stores and they're
Well, that's
wearing-
because they're a danger.
they're protecting us from
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with you on that. We got anything else, buddy?
That is the facts, Bat.
Good job, buddy. All right, Bub, you got anything you want to talk about? Anything on your mind?
No.
Okay, that's fine. We're going to end the show soon, so I wonder if there was anything you wanted to get out.
I'm ready to go to Natalie's Seafood after this.
Yeah,
That place is great. I can't wait to go.
I know.
It really is.
I'm going after this. I'm going.
His brother, well, my other son's working there.
Right.
And so he's going to go up and hang out with his brother.
Nice.
Here's something. Want to remind everybody the date. It's the last Sunday. What's that? Memorial Day or Labor Day coming up? Memorial Day.
Yeah.
The Sunday before Memorial Day. I am big comedy show at Twain's Tavern. I haven't been down that area. Glen Burnie.
Where is that? Glen Burnie?
Pasadena. Where is that?
I think you guys told me Pasadena last time.
I get it screwed up down there.
Yep.
Anyway, great place, man. Unbelievable. Bob and his people Bill, I'm sorry, and his people do amazing job. Want to go down there and have a great show. So if you're in that area or you want to have a great time, the last Sunday of the month, I'm at Twain's Tavern. I have some other shows coming up, which I'll do tomorrow. You got anything going on, Matt? You got anything coming up?
Nothing that is ready
Worth
to be announced.
mentioning? Yeah.
But tomorrow, I'm really excited about Flip Orley coming in.
Flip Orley in tomorrow is going to be awesome.
Hypnotist comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a fun time.
For
You
sure.
gonna let him try and hypnotize one of you guys?
I've had 5 people try, and I want to be, and it just never works.
Matt?
Well, I've been
Matt's a
hypnotized.
hypnotist.
I'm a hypnotist. So I've been hypnotized hundreds, probably thousands of times at this point.
Will you try after this?
Well, I've been in Flip's show, actually.
No, he's saying, would you try on him to hypnotize him?
Would I try to hypnotize
Let's
you?
do it on the show one
yeah.
time.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you that because
I believe it, and I've always wanted to try and be hypnotized.
Yeah. Well, if we get a show too, you'd be great for it. You're the right age for it too. Like you're the 20s people, the college kids. Those are the best, the most fun, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll do it at a show.
Okay. A lot of hypnotists don't want to do stuff on media because it could be a
it could be a bust,
Yeah.
right?
Is there science behind it? You don't have to go into detail, but just yes or no.
I don't know if it would be considered a real science or not. Only because we science can't tell you what consciousness is right now.
So
we just
don't know why it works.
We know tried and true techniques that work, but there
is no hard fact of why it works.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that would say what we're truly doing is dehypnotizing you. Like everybody hypnotizes themselves into different situations and habits and things like that, and we dehypnotize you. That's what it really is.
I've always, this, Matt. I love to think about things at crazy deep levels, just take them down, see where they go. And I've thought about like hypnotism and consciousness and subconscious, and I really do think the brain is a computer. It's a natural computer, and what we live on is what we're seeing, smelling, hearing. That's our conscious mind. The subconscious is always going, what about this? Don't forget to take the trash out. Don't forget to call your wife. Hey, it's 3:00. You got to go to work. All these things, right? And then I think what hypnotism does, and maybe I'm wrong, it takes out all the subconscious stuff. And I think they say it backwards, like hypnotists go, we go into your subconscious. I think you actually you turn that off is what happens. And your brain is doing active things. Your brain is being told what to do with no interruption, and you're just so relaxed that your brain goes, okay, do it.
What we're really doing is we're relaxing what's called the critical factor. So it's that thin line between the conscious and subconscious mind, and you relax that away with trust. I mean, if someone really has to trust you in order to go into hypnosis, and to make changes like that, and then we focus you on one idea, whatever it might be, quitting smoking,
right?
Losing weight, whatever the person wants to do, and
taking your shirt off. Like I've seen the X-rated hypnotist shows.
Yeah.
Those are hilarious, man. I saw a woman take her underwear off in a skirt and then sit there.
It must have been a Vegas show or something.
It was something like that.
Yeah. My show's nothing like that.
No, I know. I'm just saying I've seen some crazy things.
Yep.
But really looking forward to Flip tomorrow.
Me too.
Everybody else, please, Matt, where do they subscribe? How do they do it?
YouTube right now, go to @MickeyTalksPod and please subscribe. That'll help us out big time. Share this on Facebook if that's where you're watching it, because that'll help us out as well. And we're on Rumble as well. So if you have an account on Rumble, it's just like YouTube. Go on there and subscribe to Mickey Talks as well. You can just search Mickey Talks.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, everyone. The audiences are building. This is a slow grind, but we're doing it.
Yeah.
And we're so thankful for everyone. I mean, we really are. Bub, thanks for coming down today, brother.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. I love you. I'll talk to you right after the show.
Yes.
Matt, I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, take care. Have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.